Welcome to Fallout 76, this is Jim. In this video we're going to take a look at completing daily challenges for today, Sunday, December the 15th, 2024. Let's take a look at and see what we got for today. Alright, we got some good ones here. I have many videos on my channel that will help you guys out. I give you different ideas, different locations, easy areas, hard areas that were there if you're a brand spanking new player to the game. If you're a returning player, even if you're an experienced player, there's a particular daily, weekly challenge that's giving you a hard time or trouble. I'm sure you'll find a video on my channel that will help you. Try to keep my videos as updated as I possibly can. Of course, you guys are awesome with great comments and tips, which I greatly appreciated. Okay, first things first, I did re-roll yet again another two daily challenges here. One was complete a mutated public event, and one was to kill mutated enemies. I got this one here instead, scrap junk to produce lead. I got this one here, kill blood eagles 10, just in case you see two that are a little bit different than you. If you take a look at the top right hand corner of the screen, I do have a 15% boost going on right now. And of course, I claimed that 15% boost in on two pages, one 5% and one 10%, and that is being a Fallout First member of the Season 19, or if you paid 1,500 atoms for the Season Pass, you'll also get that boost. Alright, let's take a look here, see what we can do first thing. Model Weapon 3. Alright, so since you've been playing the game, since we came right out of the vault, you'll be picking up weapons and you've been scrapping them. And every time you scrap a weapon, you do have a chance to learn a mod. Even if it's a weapon that you don't normally use day to day, your character will always know that mod for those weapons that you've scrapped. Alright? Now when you do change a mod on a weapon, you do require valuable resources that you may or may not have. Not everyone has Fallout First, so not everyone has access to unlimited junk, alright? So just an FYI, what I usually recommend to people, when it says mod a weapon, I highly recommend having a weapon that you use day to day, or even a weapon just in your stash box that you know a paint or a skin for, because when you do that, all you use is oil, and if you go default, it doesn't cost anything at all. Now the main way you can check this, if you're not too sure, or if you're a returning person that hasn't played for a little while, you just go right to the atomic shop here. And you go down here once it loads in, of course. Go right down here to the skin section. So very similar to the armor, this section will show you the different types of paint that are possibly on sale in the atomic shop right now for particular weapons. And it will also show the paint for the weapons that you know already. Alright, so just an FYI will come up as owned, okay? And again, as I mentioned, it can be a weapon that you use day to day, or even have just a simple weapon like a knife or something like that, or a sword that doesn't weigh a whole lot or take up a whole lot of stash weight. Just have it in your stash box, because when you mod a weapon, just changing the paint just saves you a lot of resources at the end of the day. Alright? Let's go ahead here. We're going to go right to our weapons workbench. But again, if you don't have a paint, and if you're brand spanking new to the game, okay, you can always, get a, go to your weapons workbench here, or wherever, at a train station or what have you, another person's camp, and you can, definitely change out that mod, alright? So let's go modify / repair. Actually, what I have right now is the crossbow, so I actually don't have a paint for the crossbow. Let's go down to weapon here. Let's grab this lever action. Let's go to modify / repair here at our weapons workbench. And we're going to slide it over. And again, depends on how many mods you have. And again, you can see how changing the mods will, cause, valuable resources to be taken from you. Or some of these mods do require certain perk cards as well. Now, if we come down here to the paint section, as you can see, if we go default appearance, it's not going to cost us anything at all. So let's go ahead, default appearance there. Mod a weapon, see that? And we go back to the hunting version, back to default, then back to hunting, and basically only costs us a couple oil. Alright, so just an FYI, you can do it that way. That's the way, is probably the better way. Let's go ahead and transfer that bad boy back. There we go. Alright, what's next here? Scrap junk to produce bone 5. So bone is a junk item that we can use the bulk and scrap method at a tinker's workbench. Let's go ahead and go craft at our tinker's workbench here. We'll go bulk. Go down here to bone shards. So to bulk 1 bone shard, you need 20 bone shards and 2 plastic. And all you do is you craft the one bulk bone shard, and then you scrap it, and it's hands down the fastest, quickest, easiest way to complete this daily challenge. Again, it's more so for the folks that are kind of short on time, or people just want to get these daily challenges done and kind of move on with their life. And you could definitely do it that way. Now, bone is very prevalent around the wasteland, especially in around super mutants. If you go after mole rats, like the brood mothers, they'll have the mole rat teeth on them. If you go after mole miners, they'll have the gauntlets on them. And if you scrap the gauntlets, they'll have mole rat teeth, and you scrap the mole rat teeth and you get some bone out of that as well. So many great ways to get bone. Probably one of the best spots to get bone is actually right here in good old Lewisburg. So let's pop down here today. And again, for the mole rats, it's the bigger mole rats, the brood mothers. The smaller mole rats will not have mole rat teeth on them, or very rare. And once when you're here in the Lewisburg area, we're going to go right to that blue building. It is the Van Lowe's Taxidermy. So let's pop into here today. Now this is probably one of the best spots for bone. Right here, right in this counter, if we should come in this Brahmin skull. Let's take a look at that Brahmin skull here real quick here. As you can see, 5 bone just out of that one Brahmin skull, and that's all you need. Just that one Brahmin skull there, okay? So let's check this place out while we're here. We're going to head upstairs here. And as you can see, we have these antlers. These antlers are also considered bone, okay? There's a bunch of them over here as well. All right, we're going to head upstairs here. Sometimes there'll be some bone or antlers in here. Let's check the other. I think it's the other room, actually. It's this one. And inside here, there's usually a couple of antlers there as well. So it's a real good spot for bone. But just an FYI, nice and easy. Just only a couple little rad roaches here you can easily take care of. All right, so now we have our Brahmin skull. Actually, sorry, the bathroom gym. Some more antlers here and 2 more Brahmin skulls. There, sorry, that's what I meant to show you. Got a little sidetracked there for a second. All right, let's head back to a workbench. Can be any workbench at all. We'll just pop back to our Christmas camp here. Now you can go to another player's camp or another train station, wherever there's a workbench at, and scrap this. Let's go scrap. Let's scrap this Brahmin skull here. Done. Scrap joint to produce bone. 5 for 5. Done. Just like that. And again, if you are short on time, bulking and scrap method is where it's at. Which leads us to the next challenge here. Scrap junk to produce lead 10. So again, lead is a junk item that we can use the bulk and scrap method. Very similar to the bone. So let's use our Tinker's Workbench here and we'll go craft. Go down the bulk, go to the L section. The bulk 1 lead, you need 20 lead scrap and 2 classic. And you bulk your 1 lead, then you scrap it again. Hands down, the fastest, quickest, easiest way to complete this daily challenge, okay? Now, we can find lead very easily throughout the wasteland. There's a lot of toys that will contain lead in it, all right? And we can find a lot of these toys up here at Tyler County Fairgrounds. Is a pretty good spot. Camden Park's pretty decent spot at here. Even over here at Grafton Dam, actually, right along the walkway on the main level, there's a bunch of toy cars and trucks. And again, that's a real good source of lead. Tin cans are a good source of lead as well. So 1 tin can gives you 2 steel and 1 lead, right? Right here in Helvetia, the White House on the corner right across from the Yellow House on the main road. If you go upstairs to the kitchen, there's all kinds of tin cans up there, possibly even a couple aluminum cans. Right here at the Sunday Brothers cabin, you spawn in, you go up to the main house, but you don't go to the main house itself. You just kind of stop, and there's a little hut on the left-hand side with a candy cane roof. There's usually a bunch of tin cans in there as well. Can chime, so when you disarm can chime, you get 9 tin cans, okay? We can find a lot of can chimes here at Crevice Dam, quite a few in around Harper's Ferry, just kind of randomly. Real good spot actually for a ton of them up here, Eastern Regional Penitentiary on the inside there. There's one right down here in Welsh at the train station, very simple spot. And of course, a bunch of them down here at good old Camden Park. So let's pop over here to Camden Park here today. Now we are going to need 10, so we're going to have to disarm 2 canned chimes, alright? Alright, so let's get our sneak on here. We don't even have to interact with those scorched. We're just going to head this way here, and as you can see, there's just 2 of them right here, and you see the top left-hand corner, 9 tin can status. Let's take both of them here. Oh, again, we can go to any Tinker's Workbench at all. We'll just head back to our good old Christmas camp and scrap these. Again, to make it quicker, you can go to any workbench at all to scrap them. Another player's camp, a train station, what have you. Whatever you want to do, whatever make it easier or quicker for you. Alright, we're going to scrap this here. Scrap our 18 tin cans. As you see there, 18 lead, 36 steel. Pretty good just for those 2, disarming those 2 can chimes. So that's really where it's at for not just lead, but steel. Alright. Alright, what's next here, Jim? Let's continue on with this one here. Kill a creature 12. So again, my camp was attacked before I even started making the video by 4 or 5 ghouls, and unfortunately they are considered creatures. So what we'll still kind of go through this one here. So again, a creature can be anything at all but a robot or a human. Okay, so talk about scorched, ghouls, cryptids such as grafted monsters, wendigos, snellygasters, super mutants, mole miners, etc., etc., etc. As long as it's not a robot or a human, okay. Even like even an animal or an insect are considered creatures. All right. So let's go the easy way out here. Let's pop right down here to Flatwoods, just so I can show you how easy this one can be. Let's say you're brand spanking new to the game and you're kind of too timid to get out of Flatwoods. You know, we've all kind of been there at some point, some stage playing this game, right? So right here, when you spawn in here, you get this red star house. You have a couple Brahmin over here. Let's lock and load, Jimmy boy. Right, so you see how that Brahmin counted? Alright. And there's all kinds of Brahmin here. You can make this, you can make these daily, weekly challenges as easy or as hard as you want at the end of the day, alright? It's always good to do something different just to kind of show folks how certain things count, right? There we go. Kill a creature 12 for 12, done. Again, we've been killing some rad roaches, which are insects, and a couple ghouls here and there, a couple scorched. Anything but a robot or a human. Alright, you're good. Alright, what's next here? Alright, let's head back to our Christmas camp and we'll talk about the next one. Going by fairly quickly here today. Every time, it's funny, I have this Christmas camp here and we're so close to the Alpine River cabin. Of course, we have that screaming in the background, the odd rumble. It still kind of makes the old hair stand up sometimes. There's quite something. Alright, let's take a look at the next one here. Collect Mothman eggs 3. Okay, so I'm going to show you a camp resource that we had maybe about a year and a half, almost 2 years ago. And, you know, once in a while we have like a week or 2 week long special event challenges here in the game. Bethesda likes to do that maybe a couple times a year. And we'll get special rewards for completing them. And these rewards will rarely see the atomic shop, if at all. All right. And these are one of the rewards we got maybe about a year and a half, 2 years ago. It is the Mothman nest. All right. And it's a camp resource. They will passively collect 4 Mothman eggs passively while you play the game. Now, I'm not just showing you guys this, just more so for the returning focus. There are a lot of returning people to the game since the update. and someone may have forgotten that they have maybe been rewarded this at some point, all right? So if you go to your resource tab here in your building section, it'll be right here. So just an FYI, all right? Now I realize not everyone is going to have this bad boy, all right? So there's many great spots we can find Mothman eggs right up here at Clancy Manor. Of course, all kinds of them here at Point Pleasant down by the riverside and in around the Mothman statue. One of the best spots here is the Kanawha County Cemetery. You don't even have to interact with any cultists at all right down here. So this is probably your best bet. Right down here, Lucky Hole Mine, pretty good spot. And even up here, the Crossroads, that's a pretty good spot as well. All right. So there's many great choices that you can use. Let's pop down here, and I'm going to show you the Kanawha County Cemetery. Let's pop down here today. Now, there should be 3 of them available. Now, we were here maybe about a week and a half ago. I'm kind of hoping that the game had reset for me, so we'll check it out. We may have to move along. So once when you spawn in, you're just going to go to this little shack here. It's right here. Nice little, easy little spot. We got nice little patch there, nice little patch there, and a little patch right here. Nice. So just 3 little patches, just perfect. All right. If you ever come across it, if you're brand new to the game, if you've ever come across Mothman eggs, we can still see them here, but you can't interact with them. Okay. If that ever happens to you, especially if you're on a public server, that means somebody had already picked them up. Okay. There's nothing wrong with your game. Nothing is wrong. Nothing's going on. There's no glitch. It's just that when you pick it up, there'll be still just like brain fungus, something very similar to that, or even just glowing fungus. See how there's still some remaining there, kind of deal. All right. So just an FYI, you might have to server hop or try one of the other spots that I had kind of mentioned. All right. All right. What's next? All right. Let's pop over here to a train station. We'll just pop over here, Charleston Station, just close by. And we'll start the next one. All right, so the next one here, we have what's called Consume Any Chems 2, okay? So if you're already full health, right? So you see bottom left-hand corner, my HP, right? If I try to take a stim pack, it says you're already full health, all right? But if you're quick enough, you can take, if you do have a little bit of rads going on, you can take a rad away real quick and then the stim pack real quick, all right, if you so wish. Another thing you can do is if you check your aid section, a lot of us will have some sort of aid or chems on us, right? It might be like diluted versions of Radaway or Stimpack or Rad X. Some of us will have Mentats on us, you know what I mean? And at train stations, we'll have these medical supply vending machines. Now, their inventories are all tied together, but this will give you a couple of options. They'll have maybe a couple Psychos on them, some other Mentats, Rad X. And you can always buy some just using caps, just in case if you're kind of running out of options and you're kind of short on time, all right? That's something you can always do. So we're going to try... Now, I have a healing effect mutation going on. We're going to try to take a rat away and try to take a stim pack real quick here. Oh, might not have... There we go. Okay, I was able to get it there. It's nice. But if it was only a small sliver of rat away I had, I wouldn't have been able to get it done that quick. All right, but I was lucky for me, it didn't pop up as fast, all right, as it normally does, all right? And of course, the mutation that I'm talking about, let's see here, healing factor, basically, all right? And again, if you're not able to wing it, you can try one of these vending machines, or you could try someone else's vendor. So a lot of people will usually sell some sort of chem in their vendor, usually maybe a little bit cheaper than this. All right, just to give you a couple of options. What's next? Kill Blood Eagle 10. So many great spots we could find Blood Eagles in around the wasteland. So we're talking about the forest area, this type of icon here, the crosshair, for example. Twin Pine Cabins, Hunter's Ridge, Of course, we have what I call Blood Eagle Alley. Starts down here at the Sludge Works, Roland's Labor Camp, Widow's Perch, Killbox, Pigsteed. Now, all these areas won't have 10 Blood Eagles. Some of them will have a little bit more. Some will only have maybe 4 or 5. Cliff Watch, South Cutthroat Camp, Seneca Gang Camp, Ammo Dump. I think the Ammo Dump only has 1. We have Bloody Franks, Crimson Prospects. So there's all kinds of options there for Blood Eagles in around the Wasteland. Again, you can make it as easy or as hard as you want, okay? Where are we going to go here today? We were at the crosshair just yesterday. Let's go down here to the old Sludge Works. We haven't been down here in a little while with this character anyway. We were down here the other day with our low-level character doing a quest. Alright, let's go ahead now. This particular challenge, you can, if you want to bring some grenades with you or some Molotovs and any weapon at all. It's not real fussy of how to kill these guys. You just gotta watch it here because there is a flyer here, and they will mess you up. You hear them? Oh, he's right there. What's going on there? Oh. Holy mackerel! I'm gonna die. Oh my god, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna cut you. You are, yeah, you're right. I hate that option that they have now for that pinging option. So, I don't know what anyone else has thought of it there. I was going to make a video on it there, but I didn't bother. Because I don't really, hang around with other people very much. But, yeah, I find it a little annoying. You know, like, when you pin this ping system they have going on. I'm trying to, interact with my little quick menu there, and that thing pops up. And of course, if, go try to go to your emotes, it's a long, hard down arrow, which is, yeah, really annoying. Man, that's a bad choice. Oh, I wonder why they didn't. Oh, okay, maybe I picked everything up there already. All right, let's go ahead here. Holy, that's my little rant of the day about that. Doesn't happen very often, but yeah, it's. I'm sure everyone might have the same kind of feelings about it. Like, I could see it being good, like, if you're around other people doing, like the new raids and stuff like that. Like, if you're trying to communicate, not everyone has a mic to communicate. And you can kind of direct people, you know what I mean? Using, using these pins kind of thing. But, yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm sure somebody likes them out there. That's good. Alright, so I think that's pretty much it. There's a piece of power armor set. Not really around when we need it, I guess. But alright, so let's... how many do we got there? 9, we just need 1 more. Alright, so let's pop up here to Widow's Perch. And we'll finish this one off. There you go, kill Blood Eagle 10 for 10, done. Just like that. That rock gets out of the way, it'd be great. Alright. I think we're done. We are done just like that, guys. Pretty awesome. Let's head back to our camp. We'll go over weapon of the day. One more day of this particular build, and we'll be switching to something else there on Tuesday, which is what I normally do. Alright, let's pop up here. So, weapon of the day. Let's take a look here. I'm sure many of you already know, but just in case you guys are just tuning in now. Aristocrat's glow-sighted crossbow. Up to plus 50% damage based on caps you have. Currently plus 50%. Plus 50% critical damage. Plus 25% action point cost. Bolts explode for 15 damage. Of course, not a whole lot of mods we can put on this bad boy, so we just have the explosive frame and glow sights, and 274 damage crossbow bolts with the explosive effect, which you guys can probably see. Let's take a look at the perk cards here. Of course, it is a archer build, so we have under perception archer, expert archer, master archer, all maxed right out. We have good old concentrated fire. We have bow before me. We have suppressor, tenderizer, covert operative, white knight, adrenaline, some random luck cards, and you guys see those kind of popping up when they're being activated under luck, of course. Legendary perk cards, these don't change for me, they stay the same, and they're all maxed out. They suit my character quite well, and I'm pretty happy with them. Yeah, so there you guys go. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like, subscribe, and share when you have the chance. It really helps me out. I'd like to thank my channel members, Artistically Arranged, Michael Edwards, Nigel Wiffen, Heather, Whitetribe, Robco, Mr. Shelton, Drake Stamps, Mr.Prince, NotMeButMeYesMeThatsMe, G33K, Drew, Andrew, Demon, Confoundedbridge, Ghost, Primus, Corne van Niekerk, and we just got a new member there today. Just one sec. Ben Durant. Thank you all so very much, and I hope you all have a nice day.